All right, y'all. So happy Labor Day and welcome to our Team VIP call. Thank you so much for taking time out of your Monday evening to come chat with us. Very, very excited to share with you a way that we are going to simplify our business so we can end 2018 so strong and build that momentum for 2019. So kind of just to give you a background as to why we're talking about this here and now is because Jessica and I have been racking our brains probably for the past 2 weeks on how do we get started? How do we have success in the beginning? And how can we just make it simpler for everyone so that we're not losing sight of why we started and what our goals are, and honestly to make it more fun, because I'll be super transparent with you. I just counted and I had 5 groups running in the month of August. I had 2 Lift 4 groups, I had a Diamond Push group, I had a veteran group, I had my personally sponsored page. I just had too many groups going on, and I'm not someone who can do a lot of things really well. I wish I used to think I was a multitasker, but really I just kind of suck when my energy is going different ways. So Jessica and I really brainstormed because I said, I can't do this. And I would not expect anyone on our team to run 5 groups and feel successful. And that's not what you're got into this for. And we thought back to when we first started. And when we first started as coaches, we ran 1 group a month. And we had fun and we were present and our energy was there. Our clients got incredible results. We got incredible results. And it just kind of built from there. And so I think sometimes as you get going in this business, there's just so many exciting things and shiny objects, and somebody's doing it like this and she's doing it like this and she's successful like this, that it's so easy to be like, well, it's working for her, let me try that. And then, oh, well, that's working for her, let me try that. And sometimes you just got to slow down to speed up and say, okay, what can I do? What can our team do? And how can we really simplify this to not only get incredible results for ourselves, that's first and foremost, but also incredible results and experience for our clients. I want my clients to sign up with me and get incredible, crazy, amazing results. Same thing for my team of coaches. I want to be so present in my team pages that my coaches, all of you, are building incredible, amazing businesses. Okay, so that's kind of the gist of why we started and why we're going to talk about that right now. So let me go ahead and share my screen with y'all, and we'll go ahead and go into the presentation.
Okay, so as we get started, I will let it pop up. So as we get started, I want you to be taking notes or be visualizing or kind of be mapping this out, and I want you to kind of pick a lane. So you're going to be listening to this call one of 2 ways. We're going to start this call by figuring out where you are currently in your business, because there is no wrong or right way, but I think a lot of us are putting the cart in front of the horse. And that's our fault, because we get super excited and we just want to push you out of the nest. And we're like, totally, you got this. And we have all the faith and all the confidence. But at the same time, we're realizing, why are we doing that? Why are we having 20 of us do all the same work when really we could really simplify it down and together get a lot more done? So that's the focus of this. So before we talk about what the plan of action is and how we're going to set up the next 4 months, there's only 4 months left in 2018, which is like no time at all. And we want them to be impactful. We don't want them to just be the blur that happens with fall and then into the holidays. And then, oh, here we are again at the beginning of the year. And that can so quickly happen if you don't have a focus and a plan of attack. So that's what this is for. So I want you to figure out what side of the fence you're on as you listen to this call. So in your business, if you are currently consecutively easily hitting Success Club 6 or higher and bringing on 2 new coaches every single month, then I want you to listen to this as a leader. You're saying to yourself as you listen to this, is this something that I want to implement with my downline, with my business builders on my team? Is this something that I want to take on and I'm going to be in charge of leading this ship? That's what you're thinking. Now, I don't mean like in August you hit Success Club 6 and brought on 2 new coaches, but that's the first time you've ever done it. I mean, if you've consecutively been doing it for 3, 4, 5, 6 months and you feel really solid that you can do that with your eyes closed, then that's how I want you to listen to this. If you're maybe on the other side of the fence, you hit Success Club most of the time. Sometimes you don't. Maybe you haven't hit it in a while. Maybe sometimes you bring on coaches, sometimes you don't. Or maybe you are doing those things, but you don't have anybody on your team right now that you would consider a business builder. Business builder meaning they're also hitting Success Club and bringing on coaches. Because sometimes the first part of your journey, maybe you're rocking and rolling and you're bringing on a lot of clients as coaches, but they're not actually building the business. So you may be a diamond coach, but you don't have anybody in your downline that's pursuing it strongly as a business, maybe as a hobby, but not themselves hitting Success Club, hitting rank advancements, XYZ. So if you don't have those business builders underneath you, or you yourself aren't consistently hitting Success Club 6 or more and bringing on new coaches and super confident in that, then I want you to listen to it as this is your plan of action. Neither side of the fence is wrong or right or anything. I just want you to be brutally honest with where you are, because I don't want you to bring more onto your plate than is necessary, because it's overwhelming. It's exhausting, it's stressful, and if you don't have a strong foundation to your business, there's no reason to have octopus legs in 50 different directions, because then you're doing a lot of work with no reward and you're not moving forward. All you're doing is driving yourself crazy, and that's what we want to try to prevent here. So hopefully that made sense. And then as we go through this, that's how I want you to listen. So you're either thinking to yourself, okay, I'm going to jump on board this ship and I'm going to use it to my maximum potential and I'm going to let it push my business forward. Or you're thinking, you know what, I'm ready to take my business to the next level as a leader, and I'm going to implement this for my team and help them use this as a plan of action. So that's how we're diving in. Okay, next step.
Okay, so now that we know what side of the fence we are, now let's talk about our plan of action. So what I'm about to share with you is our monthly calendars. We used to do this way back when, and for whatever reason, we stopped doing it. But we have mapped out September, October, November, December. So the next 4 months of the year, we have them mapped out what boot camps, fitness groups, whatever you're calling your accountability groups, pick a name, rock it. We have picked a start date and an end date for every single month when they are starting. What we decided, like I said, is we're going to run one every 4 weeks. So we decided we are going to run, we call it our Busy Babe Boot Camp, and it is a strong foundational 21 days. We're going to give people, how much water should you be drinking? How do you handle sugar temptations? If you're going to drink alcohol, what are some best bets? Just a really strong, somebody coming in from the outside, we want to set them up with an incredible, strong foundation for 21 days. Get them some results, help them start feeling good, and then they can go from there. We've decided we're running them every 4 weeks. So it'll start 3 weeks. We have kind of like a week off, and then we'll start another one. Okay, we'll go more into the logistics of that, so don't stress. We'll have time for some questions at the end, but we'll probably answer them as we get going. At the end of that 21 days of our Busy Babe Boot Camp, they can have the option, or clients, you can continue in this boot camp if you feel like, I didn't really get that good solid foundation. I didn't get that good start. Something, they fell off, they got sick. We hear all the things with our clients and they want to redo it. Cool, they get to do it. But guess what? It's going to be the same content. Okay, so we're not going to try to make it harder on ourselves, come up with new content every day. It's going to be the same content 21 days every single month. Again, it's geared to that newbie coming in. They can choose to redo that if they want, or they can graduate on to our VIP Fit Crew. And that is for our veteran clients, people who've been with us in the past, who already know, love, and trust us. Those are our people, old, tried and true. Maybe they don't need that foundation anymore. Maybe they just really want that community. So many people want the community of support. And that's what VIP Fit Crew is going to be about. It's just straight up accountability. Whenever a new program is about to launch, we'll share it there. That's when we're going to really, again, they've already liked Beachbody. They know the programs work. They're drinking Shakeology. That's where we're going to promote things like beach bars and how awesome they are. If they're already eating some sort of snack bar, you should probably just go ahead and trade over to beach bars. We'll talk about Hydrate. We'll talk about Energize, the performance line. We're going to really dive deeper, the boost, and go from there in that group. We've also planned out every single sneak peek that is happening from here through the end of December. turns out that we are doing them mostly on the third Thursday of every month, which also correlates to about the second week of our boot camp. So we want to be inviting those people who are in our boot camp. They're feeling good. They're feeling excited. They're probably seeing a little bit of results. We want to invite them to check out what we do as coaches. The excitement's high, but again, we have mapped out exactly when that coach sneak peek is happening. That way we know, what am I inviting to this week? Am I really focusing hard on filling up my boot camp, or am I really focusing hard on adding to my team of coaches? So that's really key, is knowing what and when you're inviting to, so that it doesn't sneak up on you and you're like, oh my gosh, a coach sneak peek is tomorrow and I haven't talked about coaching at all. Because I know that could sometimes happen. I'm guilty of it. But really having a plan of action, I can see the calendar and know what's coming next. I'm going to go ahead and let Jessica kind of quickly run through the calendar so you can see what those look like. Jess, can you see?
Oh yes, now sorry. No, and so that you know, the groups that we're creating, you will be inviting your people to those groups. So yes. When you're thinking about if you're going to join the plan of action, you are more than welcome, and we would prefer that you just bring your clients into the group. That way you're not reinventing the wheel and you're not having to put that pressure on yourself. Same thing for that fit crew, VIP fit crew. All those things we'll be talking about, your clients are going to have access to that when they come into the fit crew. Just so you know, they'll have 3 questions. It'll be, who's your coach, so that we know that they have a VIP coach, and it'll be, what nutrition boost are you using, Shakeology, Energize, all the things, and what program are you committing to, whether it's workout or nutrition. So your clients will have that. So they are coming into VIP fit crew. We are assuming they have already gone through a Busy Babe boot camp, meaning they've got that foundational training and they're at least 3 weeks into their journey. So with the calendar, when you're thinking about, so each calendar, they all look the same. They have a wonderful little motivational quote for you in the right-hand corner. They have a place for you to put your new clients and your new coaches, so that you can keep track of what you're doing, and you can have a goal and that visual, and make sure that you're shooting for those big things and you're making progress every single month. All the team calls are at the same time every single day. Rarely do we have them on Mondays, but today we do. Rally, you better all be there on Saturday. If you're not, you're dead to me. Just kidding. Not really. A little bit. I am, kind of. So with the Busy Babe Bootcamp, the Friday before it starts, so you'll see this Friday the 7th. I'll go over September and then not really the next couple months, but the Friday before Busy Babe Bootcamp starts, that's when you will add your people in. So it will be the same week, the same group over and over and over. We will clean it out, start again, clean it out, start again. So you have the same link to the same group that you can send to clients to plug into. On the Friday before the boot camp starts, you will plug them in. They will have an introductory welcome, and then on Saturday they will have a video that helps prepare them for how to meal prep, any leftover things, and just really getting them excited. They're going to have a prep week. We'll talk about that in a second. That's not going to happen within the group. That's going to happen before they jump in. The Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is just to get them fired up and excited and make sure that they're ready for day one, answer any questions. We'll start on day 1 and it'll run for 3 weeks. So when we say it runs every 4 weeks, that gives us those 6 days in between to clean out the group, clean out the post, and start again. So the group itself will be 21 days long. You're putting them in Friday before day 1 starts. And then, like she said, the week after it starts, so your people have been in it for about 2 weeks, we'll have a coach sneak peek, and then you will see the calls on the right-hand side. Oh, I see your questions. Okay, so any questions about calendars, put it in the chat box, or you can ask it at the end. Same format all week long. Now, when you're talking about what you're posting and inviting to, make sure that you're thinking. So if I know Busy Babes Day 1 starts on the 8th, or starts on the 5th. We'll look at the November calendar. So if I know that Busy Babe starts on the 5th, I know I have to dump my people in on Friday. I know that this stuff, Shakeology, is going to take at least 5 days to get to them. So the last day that I would want somebody to order would be Monday, Tuesday. You don't want them, if they order beyond, if they order like that Wednesday, that the week that you're going to add people in, then they're going to be too late. You don't want people getting their stuff a week late when they're in a 3-week boot camp. So you want to be careful about how you're inviting. If you don't start inviting until Sunday night before you have to add people in on Friday, it's going to be stressful. You want to back it up a couple of weeks and make sure that you're talking about it you're inviting, the more you utilize your stories and you're consistently showing up with what you're eating, your workouts, what you're doing with your coaching, then when you come in with the invite, depending on what you're inviting to, it's more attractable for people to come in. So if you are adding people here on, I don't know.
The calendars.
I know. She's making me work. So if you're adding people here on November 2nd, then you would be inviting, the last chance that you would have for them to order would be this Monday or Tuesday, the very end of October. So that whole week and a half before that last opportunity, you are inviting, you are talking about it, you are going hard and heavy with your invites for a challenge group. Once you hit that Wednesday, you flip the script and you start really hitting hard and heavy for coaching. You're talking about coaching. You're posting about coaching. Not necessarily hard invites, but you've got to make sure you're planting those seeds so that when you are doing your hard invites before you hit that sneak peek on the 15th, it's not coming out of nowhere and you didn't forget about it. But it's the same routine. So you'll get into the habit of really focusing on inviting to a challenge group, and then you flip it over, really focusing on inviting to coaching opportunity. And then you just go back and forth, so you don't feel so scattered. When we found that we were doing multiple challenge groups in a month, it became very difficult to know where's my focus, where are my invites focusing to, and just simplifying it makes it so much easier, both for people that are following you and for your brain. If not, you tend to just get paralyzed because you're like, I don't really know what I'm inviting to, so I will just do nothing. So this will hopefully help you streamline that. Hold on, let me see if there's questions about that. Do you recommend adding clients initially to Busy Babes instead of run our own 21-day challenge group? Like I said, if you are not consistently hitting Success Club 6 or higher and adding on 2 new coaches every single month, then I would recommend joining Busy Babes. If you are not in that position where you are consistently could do it with your eyes closed, Success Club and adding 2 new coaches is no problem whatsoever. You do it all the time. If you are not in that position, I would absolutely say get your clients, plug into Busy Babes, drop off everything else so that you can really laser focus on building a foundation in your business. Let me know if that answers your question.
And then I would just say too, if you have clients in Busy Babes, just be super active in there. You're a coach, show up, be on your own journey, and just be an awesome active participant because you kind of set the pace for your clients too. If they see you popping in with your selfies and your shake and what you're eating, they'll naturally follow suit. But yeah, so again, don't make it harder on yourself. You don't need to be doing all these groups yet until like Jessica said, you can hit Success Club, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and add 2 coaches every single month. Right. And you can run your own.
What I think we get caught up in thinking that we need to be, leading these challenge groups and doing these things. But what matters is that your client gets a bomb experience.
Totally.
And it doesn't matter who does the post in the morning. What matters is they get a crazy experience and they're happy with their results and they're fired up. When you are spread so thin that you're stressed about hitting Success Club and you're stressed about inviting and, oh, I forgot to post in my group, nobody's winning. You feel terrible. Your group is not getting your best self, and it just unravels quickly until you feel like, ugh, this is hard, and then you get burnt out, and it just turns into a bad pattern. Crystal asked about doing Lift 4. And so program wise, we are doing Busy Babe as a traditional, like an entry. It is for all programs. You could be doing any program that you want. So you invite to the program that you feel is best for your clients. And I always recommend invite to the program that you're currently loving yourself, because that's going to be the one you're most excited about, the most well-versed in, and the one that you're going to be able to really get clients excited about with you. But it doesn't matter for Busy Babes what fitness program they're on. They could be doing 2B Mindset. It doesn't matter. It's a general, anybody and everybody is welcome program. And then Erin, I've been hitting Success Club since I started 3 months ago, but so many of my challengers are still doing 80-day. Can I start posting for Busy Babes, especially since I'm going back to school now? Of course. And just like our Lift 4 people, it's an 8-week program, but their first 21 days of their program will be in Busy Babes, and they'll finish their second 2 weeks or their second 2 months in the VIP Fit Crew, or they'll stay in Busy Babe for 3 rounds, just depending on your client and how they're doing. And Rachel Johnston says anyone in her downline has happy, healthy, fit group that they can add their people to. So just like our Busy Babes, if you're in Rachel's downline, because Rachel would be a perfect example. She hits Success Club 6 and adds 2 coaches with her eyes closed. So she would be leading her downline in this plan of action. Like, yes, Rachel, I don't even think she sneezes and she hits Success Club. Hashtag goals. Just kidding. Okay, so we will have these calendars they will all be in the Team VIP family so that you can print them out and you can use them. But to go over some FAQs for prep week, we are going to show you, can you click on that, Raquel? I keep trying to click on it like I have access to the screen and I don't. So our prep week, we have a pre-season week that we used to use. It is still available in the template, so you're more than welcome. You have access to it. We've shown you guys this form, this new client form, earlier in the year, but in case you haven't seen it, this is kind of a prep week. It takes them through everything they need to know. It takes them how to use their on-demand, how to meal prep, how to do their portion fix containers. It takes them through their setting up their measurements, doing their before and after pictures.
I don't know why it's not letting me see.
I tried to do this earlier. Mine does not do the where you have to.
Me neither. Okay, here we go.
There we go. So this will give you, so whenever your client signs up, no matter when they sign up, maybe they are ready to rock and roll in your next group, or maybe you have 3 weeks until your next group starts. This works for everybody. So this is the first thing you send them. We'll go back to the email so you can see that template, but they fill out this form. How are they going to contact you? And then they answer a couple of questions, and then it takes them through everything that they need to know. How to eat, what their portion fix containers are. If you're doing 2B mindset, they can have that option as well. In the next section, it talks about BOD, Shakeology. So they have all the tools, and it kind of gives them a brief overview. They submit their pictures. They can either submit it, I have it in the form where they can submit it through the form, or they can also send it back to the coach.
Cool. So that's what that form looks like. But again, we give you, hold on. We give you exactly what the email that I send to my client is. So the boot camp is not started. Like, let's say I'm adding everybody this Friday, which I will be. So anybody who's ordered over the weekend or orders this week, cool, here's what they're getting. So glad you're able to get ordered. Here's the form that will walk you through. Here's the client info hub that has our meal plans and other important info. Y'all also have access to that. And then if I'm ready to add them, I will insert the Busy Babes Facebook link. Obviously, I'm not ready to add them quite yet. Just letting them know, hey, I'm here if you need anything. So excited you're joining us. Usually once I see that they've done the new client form, then I'll add them. So I'll edit that out. But basically, once I see that they've done the form, I've received their pictures, then they get added to the group. If the group has already started, because a lot of people say, oh gosh, I have a group starting on the 10th and someone bought on like the 17th, what do I do? So what we have decided to do is we don't really want to start people late because they just don't get the best experience. We have tried that in the past, and adding people late just doesn't serve anyone and doesn't give them, the results that they want. So instead, here's what we're going to have them do. Again, they're going to fill out that new client form, learning about Beachbody On Demand, Portion Fix, Shakeology, all that stuff that they need to know. Then we're going to give them this Busy Babes workout calendar. This is just a mix of workouts that we personally, I feel like is a good foundation for people. They're quick, 30 minutes or less, 5 days a week. We give them some optional apps that they can do as well. People love these workouts. They're kind of fan favorites, and they're a great starter program. So we give them this and we say, hey, you know what this goal is? We want to practice using Beachbody On Demand. Your goal is 3 workouts this next week. I don't expect you to do 5 if you've never done any. Let's just shoot for 3. Here's a calendar if you want to follow it. Pick 3 and let's go after it. Next thing, here's all I'm going to have you do. Again, if we're coming somebody off the streets, has not followed a nutrition plan, has no idea how to eat, you know what? Let's just take it slow. Half your weight in body ounces of water every day, 5 servings of vegetables. That's it. That's all I want you to focus on. 3 workouts, that part of the nutrition. And then once we're ready to get you started into our group, I'll get you plugged in. But while they're waiting for the next group to start, at least they have a plan of action to get them going. They're drinking their Shakeology. I guess we should add that, Jessica. Drinking your Shakeology.
They won't have their first.
Well, they won't have it quite yet. But yeah, once they get it, of course, won't start drinking that as well.
Yeah. So for this, I found it really helpful for people because when they order, they're super pumped and excited. So it's nice to be able to give them something they can do right away because they have access to their Beachbody On Demand within 24 hours, but then they're waiting on their portion fix and all of that to come. So if they have this form to fill out, boom, they're excited, they're fired up, they'll shoot that back to you normally very early. And I've had a lot of success with clients. I started sending this email probably 2 months ago. And I love that my clients go through this first, because then by the time they get to their actual day one, they've ironed out all their kinks and they've kind of figured out, they've kind of babied and stair step. Sometimes it's a lot to like to order it and turn around and figure out how to meal prep and figure out all that. Sometimes it's a lot. So if you can kind of give them these little breadcrumbs, it makes them feel much more successful before they ever even get to a traditional day one.
Cool. Again, do you need to create your own VIP Fit Crew? Absolutely not. Like we talked about, we have this veteran group. You are more than welcome to add your veteran clients in our group. Like Jessica said, we'll share the link. They'll have 3 questions to answer before entering so that we know that they're working with a coach on our team. But again, that's all we're going to have. We're going to have our Busy Babes boot camp that we run, and then we're going to have our VIP Fit Crew. And those are the 2 groups. And people can kind of determine where they want to be. And sometimes, I'll be honest, people from our VIP Fit Crew are going to jump in our Busy Babes boot camp. They're like, you know what? I'm ready to get going hardcore again. You know how it is, ebbs and flows of the fitness journey for some people. And they'll jump into our boot camps. And that's totally cool too. But at least VIP Fit Crew gives them a way to see us daily. They'll have that accountability. They'll get that continued accountability that they want as well.
Leticia asked, do you check in on them daily during this wait period? And no, I don't check on them every day, but every couple days, or especially after they submitted their form, then I'll give them like a day or 2. Hey, did you figure out BOD? How's it going? And I always put in the email for them to send me a text, because I check those faster. And so they'll usually ask questions if they have them, but then I'll check in and say, okay, how are you doing on water? Did you get your greens in? I'll just kind of like plug in a little bit, make sure I talk to them at least once or twice a week their first week. And then depending on how, some people will have a week until their challenge starts. Some people may have 2 weeks. Some people may even have 3 weeks. And that kind of gives them that opportunity. But no, I don't check on them every day, but I do make sure that they know that I'm still there and helping them get started.
I can't see any of the chat right now, so I apologize if I'm not answering. Let me just go ahead and finish. Bottom line is, let's not overcomplicate this business. It really is simple what we do. We take care of ourselves first, and we help and inspire others to do the same. Cool? I think sometimes we just get overwhelmed by all the cool things out there, but at the end of the day, that's all we need to do. We really want to simplify and really get our clients the best experience ever. So don't overcomplicate, and let's not underestimate what's possible over the next 4 months. When we simplify this process, you're going to be amazed at how quickly your business takes off. Again, Jessica and I had to really sit back and think, okay, when we were really building big momentum in our business, what were we doing differently? And the answer was, it was simple. We had our blinders on. We ran simple groups, got people incredible results, helped our coaches do the same. And it just goes from there. Okay, so hopefully this was exciting for you. I'm going to stop the share so hopefully I can see the chat box and see what other questions we might have.
Yeah, you can do questions.
I hope.
I think we have everything in the chat box. So if you have a question, you can put it there, or you can unmute yourself, or tell us if this is made sense, if this is helpful for you, not helpful for you. It's a firm yes. Okay.
So Kristen, you said, just to clarify, we are adding our clients. Yes, you can add your clients to the VIP Fit Crew. Unless you have a team of coaches, you're consistently hitting Success Club 6, adding 2 coaches consistently, you have a team that's doing the same, and you can start your own accountability group if you wanted. But honestly, I only wouldn't even do that.
Right.
You don't have to. You can if you're just like, I'm dying to run another group. But honestly, you don't need to. I kind of think of it like the Tone It Up community on Instagram. Everybody is like TIU. That's what we can literally be, a VIP Fit Crew. And we can all be in there together, encouraging, posting our workout selfies and all of that. If you want to run your own group, you can, but why make it harder?
Cool. For sure, especially while you're building. Any questions?
So this is our 21-day group, and then, so we're not going to do another lift group. We're just going to run the 21-day group, and if people are doing, I'm having people buy Lift 4, JC, and they're just going to go into my Busy Babes boot camp because they're still going to learn a lot. There's nothing special about the Lift 4 program that we have to like really focus on. We can have people doing 80-day obsession, 21-day fix, Lift 4. They're going to all go in there. Cool, Erin. Yeah, then definitely I don't remember if Rachel's your upline, but you are more than welcome if you need help supporting them to add them to like your Star Diamonds group. That would definitely be fine. Cool.
And same thing when you bring on new coaches, you're more than welcome to do the same thing with them. Like they can bring on their new clients same way. Okay, everybody feel good? Okay, let's take a team boomerang, please. I need happy faces. Ready? And boomy. Oh, wow, it's shaky. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, I hope to see all of your beautiful faces at VIP Rally. If you are in the local Austin, San Marcos, San Antonio, Cedar Park, Leander area, this Saturday, you won't want to miss out.
Okay. Even if you're not, you should still come.
Yes. Okay. If you have any questions, again, we will post these slides probably tomorrow in the VIP family page. And if you have any questions, you know where to find us. Okay. Good night, guys.